Hi everyone, welcome to the next instalment of my publishing video series. So today we're going to be carrying on from where we left off. So the last video was all about getting the offer and signing the contract and imposter syndrome and all those feelings. Well, today we're going to go on to what happened next. So I was sent something called the new author pack from Kingsley, and in it had all these different tasks, all these different things I needed to do to get the book ready for publication. And the first thing we're going to talk about this week is the blurb. For those of you that don't know, the blurb is the bit on the back of the book. It's the thing that you read when you're in the shop that kind of makes you decide to buy the book. So it's got to be intriguing, it's got to grab your attention, and it's got to make you want to read more. So I've brought some examples with me for this video today. This is a great book called The Other Passenger by Louise Candlish, and on the back is the blurb. So hers starts with kind of a quote from the story which reads, "You'll wish you'd never met me." So I think we'll agree, a super intriguing line, and then it goes on to just a few short paragraphs kind of hooking you into the story. This next one is Where'd You Go, Bernadette by Maria Semple, and similarly it starts with one statement on the top, and then my final choice is one of my favourite books, Boy Swallows Universe by Trent Dalton, and the blurb just kind of goes straight into the action. Now, when it came to my blurb, there were obviously certain rules that you had to adhere to, and one of them was the word limit, which was 200 words. Now, any writer will tell you that condensing an entire story into that amount of words is very tough. But not only were you condensing that story into that many words, you were trying to make it sound super intriguing and hint at what was to come. What I did to help me with this was I opened up the synopsis I wrote and sent to Kingsley when I was looking for publication, and I basically chopped it in half because your blurb is not meant to give away the ending. So I just looked at the front half, what parts of my story I deemed were important, the structure I'd given it, and I used that to help me write the blurb. When I got my first draft of my blurb, I sent it around to about 3 people who had helped me with the proofreading of my story before I sent it off to Kingsley, and I basically just said, does this sound intriguing? Do you think it reflects the story? And just asked for their feedback. Another bit of advice I would give, and one I think I'm going to keep giving throughout this series, is to read other books. Look at the blurbs that are out there, look at the different styles that are in your genre, see kind of what things people do. Do they use questions? Do they use quotes? What kind of language do you see on there? Where does the blurb cut off? How does it cut off? Just do your research and really get to understand the genre that you're writing in. Now, with a blurb, you're not going to get it right the first time, but that's okay. That's great. That just means that your first ideas are only going to get better. So I think I redrafted my blurb, I kind of lost count how many times, and I spent a fair few days just writing the 200 words that you're going to see on the back. But that's perfect, that's fine, and now I feel pretty happy that my blurb is the best and, fingers crossed, most intriguing it can possibly be. That's what you're going to read on the back of the book, and I cannot wait for your feedback. Cannot wait to share it with you, and fingers crossed it won't be that long before I get to.